All right, Pisces. I'll let a few people get in before I start. And guys, get you guys an animal or an element, whatever comes out. This is a tarot reading for the sign of Pisces. I want to welcome you all to this space. Welcome to Indiglojypsy. I'm Jenna. This is a general tarot reading for the sign of Pisces. Any Pisces placements or anyone involved with someone with Pisces placements. The messages may or may not resonate. I appreciate your presence and energy, and I hope you're all doing wonderful. So Pisces, you got number 16, the fairy wren. So your birthday could be March 16th or March 5th. You could be a life path number 5, and it says spontaneity, creativity, and light. I love that for you guys. So beautiful. Brinley, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, that was the fairy wren since you just came. You're welcome to look up the spiritual meaning of this animal, and there will be a message in there for you. Birds do represent communication and like soaring to great heights. It could also speak to your throat chakra and you using your voice in some way. And it says spontaneity, creativity, and light. Hopefully that glare is not too terrible on the card. Nyx is back. Yes, it is. It is so time for bed. It is so time for bed. I'm washing my face and going to sleep right after this. And as I was shuffling the tarot deck, the Ace of Pentacles did come out. So a few things could be going on here. This could be you saying no to someone. Or this could be like an offer being declined. Maybe you applied for a job or something and it could be getting denied. And I'm intuitively feeling like that is for your protection or for your greatest good. Like if something doesn't go through, it's for your benefit, and you may not understand it in the time, but you will at some point here, okay? This could also be like someone wanting to work with you, date you, be with you, talk to you, and you saying, no, I decline your offer. The pentagram, the 5 elements. Yes, and it's also like the 5 points of the human body, the head and the limbs as well, yeah. Are the 5 elements like earth, air, fire, water? Is that what you mean? I know it to be like the human body, like your head and your limbs. That is a cute profile pic. And thank you, Spirit, for overseeing this act of divination for Pisces and their highest good. Be careful about ruminating, Pisces, about like remaining stuck in the past or not being able to like get past something that's really bothering you or bringing you down. Just because it's possible to stay trapped in that energy. And rejection is protection, I'm hearing. Sometimes we're getting saved from things before we even have to deal with them. One more for Pisces, please. Okay. Page of Cups, there could be an apology happening for some of you, or some of you guys are getting into your creative energy, which I love for you, because there's an infinite amount of that. Like some of you guys could be singing with those birds there, or some of you are like really good writers, or you speak and motivate or inspire in some way, educate. I'm also hearing that I almost said Pisces, that Page of Cups is you creating something or using your voice in some way that is creative. This could also be somebody wanting to reach out and apologize to you, Pisces, for turning you down. The Two of Wands is somebody being stuck in the past. This could be somebody that you were previously dealing with. My cousin took a photo of her stuffy, so I haven't changed it. That's so sweet. Somebody could be stuck in the past here, and that's why I was saying, you know, be mindful of where your headspace is, because there's like a threat, I'm understanding, of you like living there, or that repeating itself over and over and over. So the Page of Wands is like something like not getting off the ground, not even starting for many of you, but there's a need for somebody to like let that go and create space for what does belong in your life. The Ten of Pentacles here, it could have been financial opportunity that you were looking forward to. And for others of you, there could be a family member that you had to like put some distance between you and them because of something they did in the past. There could be a child involved of whatever they did. And, or it could have been you as a child. Maybe somebody was, I heard the word inappropriate, but they could have just been emotionally unavailable or something, but somebody wants to apologize for either not giving you something. It could be something as simple as that. Like maybe you needed a hug, or maybe you needed help with your homework, or maybe you needed some compassion and they didn't show you any of that, right? And maybe they're at a place of feeling bad about that now, Pisces, and wanting to apologize. But there's also this energy of you needing to like let that go and set that free, okay? The Ace of Cups is in the past energy, so you could have like reached out and needed someone only to be denied. The High Priestess, this is your energy. So this is you using your intuition to guide you. This could be things like having been kept from you, or you maybe kept a family secret for a long time. And it's a possibility of that secret getting exposed and you having to relive some sort of trauma all over again. And someone may want forgiveness that you're not prepared to give them yet here, Pisces, okay? And that's okay. You do this in your own time, not when somebody feels it's appropriate for them. If it's not appropriate for you, then you don't have to give that. I'm also getting, I see 3 wands here reversed, and that is a disappointment. That's you having to turn your back on a situation and or a family member. Somebody could have stolen some money from you here, Pisces, as well. Where you tried to reach out and be generous, they just like robbed you blind. Like I offered you $100 and you took 10,000 and you left me in debt. And now you want to come back with a little cup of apology? I'm not ready to forgive that yet. Like that makes sense here, Pisces, okay? But there is a need to kind of like let go of the past as well, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is things getting better in your future, like you taking things slowly, you getting your stability back in order, especially your financial stability. For others of you, like you should be using your creative pursuits that your intuition is telling you about. So some of you, maybe all of you, are extremely psychic. Psychic means the use of the higher mind. So you're tapped in. Maybe you do palm readings. Maybe you're a tarot reader too. Maybe you do some sort of healing work like Reiki or acupuncture. You name it, right? You could be making money from your talents. Oh, that man, right when I said I wasn't going to nanny anymore, she's like, I need you. Like, I ain't going to let her down. Fine. A baby is so cute, you guys, anyway. Coasted Y says Trump. Okay, Trump is a Gemini, but you're welcome to honor him in a Pisces reading. Solster says no. I'm starting to think there's bots sent by YouTube. I wondered that too, Nix. I wondered that as well. Brinley says, holy hell, what if we... I wonder what you were going to say after that. This is you guys using your gifts that you came into this incarnation with. Some of you are singers too. Some of you may have been hiding your voice. A family member could have like told you you couldn't sing or something, and they were lying to you. They were just intimidated by the power of your voice and the soul in your voice here, Pisces, and you didn't use your voice because that person got in your head. And that is why some of you are stuck in the past. And something didn't get off the ground, but you were meant to make an immense amount of money off of your singing voice for many of you. And you didn't because this person their energy kept lingering in your headspace, and there's a fear of you using your voice. Some of you are really good writers, etc., multifaceted, multi-talented, and very gifted all around, but especially psychic ability. You're supposed to be getting paid for those gifts, Pisces, okay? Don't be afraid to use them for one more day, please. Like, people project their own fears and insecurities onto you, and everyone who's great Research anyone who has ever been famous in some way or great in some way. And if you go into their life, you will see that they all had an adversary. That's one thing they all have in common, is someone who either beat them or harmed them, abused them in some way. And they had to transcend and overcome that abuse or that oppression in order to be the greatness that we all know today, as an icon. Okay. So this could actually be you. This could actually be your story in the making. This adversary, this oppressor, almost stopped you from doing something that you're supposed to be getting paid handsomely to do here. And I see some of you guys getting back in resonance with that talent. The universe offering you an opportunity to put your soul on display and pay you tenfold for that. Okay? Others of you, you have people in your life coming to you to commit to you in some way, whether that is business. You're going to get a new job offer that is better than the one that you got denied for, okay? Or you're going to be, someone's going to come to you with an idea that gets off the ground and pays you exponentially, okay? So be aware of opportunities that come in not so traditional forms. It may not come in the form of you applying for a job and waiting to hear back from someone. It may come in a different way, maybe a stranger that you are passing by that hears you humming, that happens to be a music producer or something like that. Maybe they're not a music producer, but maybe they are really good with making videos and they can make you a music video in exchange for you, them being able to display your voice. And you don't have to come out of your pocket. It could be so many different ways that you get opportunities to share your gifts here, Pisces, because that's what you're supposed to be doing. Just somebody was oppressing you and kept you down. It could have been an aunt, an uncle, a parent, a sibling, somebody here that really damn near blocked you from your inheritance, okay, from your spiritual inheritance here. Somebody could have stolen your inheritance from you as well. And my condolences for anyone who has lost someone that left them an inheritance and then they turned around and got robbed. And then this person wants to show up with a little bitty apology. You can forgive. You can forget them. In fact, if you do it, it's going to be for you, Pisces. And it's going to really lighten your spiritual, your energetic load and create more opportunities for you to be able to blossom and shine. The energy that you're in is the Seven of Cups. You have so many opportunities, Pisces. A lot of y'all know this. You know this on a deep spiritual level. You can feel them. And maybe they haven't, I feel like one opportunity has presented itself. So there's 6 more. Be on the lookout and use your intuition, because not all of them are for your highest interest. Some of them, there's a snake in some of them, as you can see right there. So some of them may want to use you, where only they benefit, but you're the actual talent here, Pisces. So be mindful, which I feel like with this High Priestess, you guys can smell them coming from a mile away. But a lot of y'all are very sweet and very loving. And sometimes y'all can get walked over because of that, because of those gifts. It's a superpower. But I want you to, I'm hearing, guard yourself spiritually, guard your energy. And if it doesn't feel right to you, Pisces, do not go with it. Okay. Do not go with it. And I feel like you guys are at this space in your lives where you can easily, intuitively tell when somebody is fraudulent, and the choice is yours if you want to deal with that person or not here. Okay. But you have a lot of options, way more than you would have had if you would have accepted that original offer that you wanted. It's only getting denied for you because you have more to offer in this world. You have a greater divine purpose in this incarnation, in this experience here on this planet, Pisces, okay? The Hierophant here, this is Taurus energy. So be unwaveringly stubborn about using your gifts and your talents and having the courage to display them, because you're going to help heal others in such a way by using your voice, whether that's singing or speaking or the art that you do, whatever it is that you do. You guys are very gifted at it. So I need you to be very stubborn about your craft and your gifts and getting paid handsomely for that, okay? And this is also like a commitment. This is a commitment to being open to receive these opportunities that are going to be flooding in to your consciousness here, okay? Also, some of you are attracting new love into your life. You might not have been ready for it up until recently, but somebody is coming into your life with a solid offer, and it could turn into marriage. Okay, this person could be a Taurus, or have be earthier. You're quite watery, quite free, quite talented, etc. Very dreamy. But this person coming into your life has more groundedness, more more, earthness to them to balance out the water. Earth and water go very well together here, okay? Intuitively, like I said, you're going to feel if they're right for you or not. The people from your past, this is how the energy is getting recycled back to where it came from. So while you are prospering, Pisces, those people that took advantage of you, the family member that took advantage of you, are going to experience an intense level of poverty, okay? If they got your inheritance, they're going to run through that money and be completely out of money while you are attracting prosperity into your life that you get to keep. That you get to keep here, Pisces, okay? So you get it all in the end. Like, you get the relationship, you get the opportunities, you get to actually use your voice and your talent. You get to use your gift of psychic ability, and you get to share that on a level that actually helps other people to where you're getting paid exponentially for your gifts here. And the people that took from you are going to have to like be without. They're going to have to ruminate and resonate with the poverty consciousness here. The same thing they tried to inflict on you by stopping you from using your gifts and by taking your inheritance for others of you here, okay? But that's the cycle of what goes around comes around. So don't write off all earth signs. I do want to say, I do feel like there are good Tarians and there are less than favorable Tarians, just like every zodiac sign. There are some that are helpful and some that are harmful. So don't let one experience with like a Taurus or a Virgo or a Capricorn make you think that all of them are out to get you, okay? Or that could be something that you do experience. You don't want that to be a self-fulfilling prophecy here, Pisces. But someone from your family could have had, Capricorn or Taurus placements, but they're going to have to get hit with a hard dose of poverty. Okay, and maybe the other family members aren't speaking to them either. Maybe no one else will help them because they let their greed get the better of them here, okay? So be extremely discerning with when people offer you opportunities. If it feels right to you, Pisces, go with it. If it doesn't, do not go with it, okay? It's like as simple as that. No matter what they say, no matter what they offer you, no matter if they offer you something physical in front of you to try to lure you in, your intuition is going to speak to you loud and clear like it always has, okay? So be discerning, be careful, and be diligent in your craft. And don't let anybody stop you from using it ever again, Pisces, okay? Because the wealth that you gain is wealth that you get to keep. I just don't want anyone else coming into your life with the intent to squeeze all of your energy out of you and to get all of your talent out of you, and they profit off of you here, okay? So, don't be afraid to tell people no. We're not a good fit. It's not, if they think you're mean, it's not your problem, Pisces, okay? Please, please, please. It is not your problem. Like, you came here to get paid for the gifts and the talents that you possess. If you're open to forgive those people that stole from you or harmed you, it's going to be better for you in the long run. Continue to use your gift of discernment, your psychic abilities to weed out who is there to use you and who is there to make sure that you gain, okay? And gain handsomely. Let me get to some of y'all's comments. I could stay alone for a century. I feel that. There is something so powerful in being alone, because it doesn't mean lonely. It just means you love yourself. Like, I totally resonate with that, Nyx. And yeah, good company is always awesome. But it's like there's no fear. Like, you also love your own company. There's not a fear of like nobody being around you, because the right people will vibe with you and you'll be able to discern because you love yourself that much. Jacob Hernandez, hello to you too. Long Style says they mad. I'm sure they are, and it's about to get a whole lot worse. But guess whose problem it's not? Yours. They should have been better, and maybe that's the role that they played in your life, is they were there to be the oppressor. They were there to be an example of why you don't get to play with people like that. You don't get to bring people down with no consequences. That's the example that they came here to be. Martello says goosebumps. Thank you. Man, all the love I've gotten on this shirt. I'm so glad. I appreciate that so much. I mean, if you find that it is, Martello, you don't have to stay. I know some more. I mean, I'm looking at myself, but thank you for stating the obvious. Charmers are phony. Oh, another person that claims they don't like what you're doing but won't leave. Yes, I do, D-Love. Yes, I absolutely do. And I'll tell you why I do. What do you do if it's two Pisces? What do you mean? What do you you have to be more specific. I don't know what you mean by that question, Villanelle. I hope I said your name right. Thank you for being here. HXXD, you know what I'm trying to say. Peace to you too, and thank you for being here. Reincarnation, D-Love, yes. I put myself in a meditative state several years ago, and it was a guided meditation for, it's called Past Life, what's it called? It was a hypnotherapy session for past life regression. So I did as I was instructed. I was still conscious. I was just in theta state, which is a state right before sleep. Okay. So it was guiding me. I was listening to a YouTube video, in fact, and it was guiding me through the process. It lasted about an hour, and I was undisturbed in a dark room with a cover over my eyes so I could really, really get into this very relaxed state. Took several deep breaths so I could get into theta state. And the meditation walked me through the process. So I saw who I was, what time I was born, what clothes I was wearing, the people around, the town I was in. Long story short, when I came out of the session, like I saw how I died, and I wrote everything down that I remembered through the guided meditation, and I went on Ancestry and looked up the names that I wrote down in that time period that I also wrote down, and all of those people existed, all of them. My mind was absolutely blown. That was me knowing that reincarnation is real, but it's really like parallel lives, because the past, present, and future are all happening simultaneously. So they're not really, it's not linear. Time is not linear. So they're all happening like at once. And that might like sound kind of strange, or maybe not, depending on where you are, you know, like what you've read, what you've studied, what your mind is open to receiving. But yes, to answer your question, reincarnation, absolutely very real. How do you explain one person on one side of the world that is going through a horrible time, and another person that is just like immersed, engulfed in wealth? You know, like it's because we're all here to learn tolerance, and we're here to learn love. That's what Christ consciousness really is. It's an understanding that we are all connected. We are all an extension of God, or the divine, the universe. The all is what is called in the Kabbalion. And until we learn that, we have to repeat life cycles over and over and over. That's why people are, you know, racist or sexist or, intolerant, because they have not learned to transcend that lower vibrational energy. And often you will see people have to relive that in their face in one lifetime. Like, for example, if I claim I don't like a certain demographic of people, or I don't like someone based on their skin color or something like that, my grandchildren are very likely to be that very skin color that I claim that I hate, because that is the universe showing me what I focus on is going to grow, and it will repeat itself until I learn tolerance and to transcend that. Remote viewing, that's one way, that's one aspect of it. Malkuth X. Is that a dessert? Boho deer? Sounds like a delicacy in some part of the world or something like that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Villanelle, or Vilfernell, sorry. Thank you so much. And then, okay, cool. My China zodiac is wood monkey. Okay, that's really cool. One of my closest friends is, I don't know what element of monkey, but she is. So maybe you're 1980, maybe, possibly. Or what would that be? 92, even possibly? Because I think it's a 12-year cycle. Free Palestine. Yeah, free everybody, boho dear. Free the people that are enslaved in the Democratic Republic of Congo. We could go all over the world and free everybody. That'd be awesome. But it starts up here. Ruins that are not ruins, but rhythms of luminous memory. That was beautifully stated. I'm not really sure if I understand what you said, Stan, but it sounded very poetic. Mr. M is back. Welcome back, friend. Taurus will spiritually rob Pisces. Oh my God. Oh, that's a question. Okay, good. Man, come on. Don't be like that. The poverty prediction is real. Very good reading. Hi, does Scorpio and Pisces have long futures? Sorry for long question. No problem whatsoever. So, Mr. M, again, I'm going to be taking y'all's questions once I reach 1,000 subscribers. We'll have like a whole tarot party where I will take your respectful tarot questions. But you are welcome here, and I'm grateful that you are here. Scorpio and Pisces are both water signs. It just depends on how evolved. Y'all don't have to bind yourselves to astrological characteristics. It just depends on the individual and their evolution and where they are as in terms of consciousness. Anybody can pair well with anybody regardless of their sign, provided these people are coming from like a full cup. Like if two people are coming from a full cup, they're going to love and respect each other, and they're going to be less challenges than people who get together because of trauma or because of addiction or because of a fear of being alone, right? So it just really depends on how evolved those energies are. Stan asked, do you have a favorite time period that you would think is the coolest? When it gets crisp in the fall. Ooh, I like that. A favorite time period. I used to have favorite time periods, but I would have to say now, if that counts, just because of the technology that we have and the access we have to information, it's not just reserved for certain people or certain social status or economic status anymore like it once was. So a person may have felt throughout history like if they were like born into poverty, then that was it. Like they were always going to be born into poverty. But now we have so much information accessible to us that we know that we can transcend poverty through the power of our mind, of our conscious mind, and reprogram our subconscious into prosperity, for example. So I really feel like now is the greatest time to be alive. And again, the past, present, and future are all happening simultaneously. So they're parallel realities, and you guys are experiencing different states of consciousness or different times all at once. That's why you guys can dream about being in a certain time period, or maybe have an out-of-body experience or astral travel, etc., because it's not linear. That's a really good question, though. In terms of reincarnation, I'm really drawn to the Anunnaki, and for different reasons. I'm just really fascinated by that story and those tablets that have like really stood the test of time, which many religions got their stuff from. That could be a whole nother conversation. But I really do I'm just kind of fascinated by that time, even though I know that their intent here was to create humans to be slaves, to harness gold so that they could save their own planet. But anyway, I could go off forever on that. She sounds like a Leo or a Pisces. I don't know if you're talking about me, Malkuth, or another person in the chat. D-Love, amazing. Your beliefs are the way I feel for years. That is beautiful. Thank you for sharing your resonance, D-Love. For me, I'm not really big on beliefs. That's really what we're coming out of. The age of Pisces is all about believing. That's why so many institutions and organizations were able to get away with a mass amount of genocide and war and just all the things that they've gotten away with in the name of belief But moving into the age of Aquarius, we're talking about knowing, because Aquarius deals with knowing. Pisces says, I believe. Aquarius says, I know, because it deals with more like facts and like provable things, and not just on what we know as science, but like in the esoteric realm as well, like the power of meditation and like astral projection and things like that, like things that can be measured. Like we can actually measure the brain's activity during someone's meditation and watch them heal themselves from blindness, for example, in real time. Like that shit is happening today. So everything we've ever been programmed to believe, we're finding out was a complete fabricated lie, a bold-faced lie. But what I love about now is that we can transcend that. You know, we don't have to live there anymore. Thank you, Bajat. I hope I said your name correctly. Thank you so much for sharing your resonance. 2004. Okay, I didn't mean to make you older, man. But you do have an evolved spirit, though. I can tell, like this goes into our conversation, but you seem like you've been here many lifetimes. Most of us have. I'm sure some souls are new, and there are infinite number of universes. It's truly like a multiverse. It's not just one. So it's possible to share experiences in different galaxies and star systems. Yeah, I understand that. I'm sorry, my phone is getting real close to dying, so it just got really dark. Bajat Hamad. Yeah, there are a lot of similarities between the religions. And interestingly, a lot of those teachings or texts came from those ancient Egyptian tablets. But there's a lot of denial of the divine feminine. Like Christianity will say the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, no mention of the mother and the daughter. So that's why I don't resonate with organized religion whatsoever. I never have, and I never will. Because I feel like we came here to be free. We weren't maybe necessarily created to be free, but we have the power to transcend and be free. And it tells you that in those tablets. It tells you everything, you know, and they were written in clay, or they were scribed in clay for a reason, so that they could stand the test of time. You know, like anything that's papyrus or paper could easily be destroyed. It wouldn't survive 100, 200, 350,000 years. Mr. M says, thanks. You're very welcome, and thank you. Hi, the spirit. Welcome back. Vishal, June 12th, 1999. Do you go by Vedic astrology, or do you use Western astrology? I like the numbers. You have 6, and a 12 is like a 3 in numerology, and all of the 9. So you are you definitely came here to transcend like a basic level of consciousness. Like those are like what we would call Tesla numbers, the 3, 6, and 9 there. Well, I mean, you're June, so that's a 6. Yeah, you've got a 3. You have a 12 in there, so that's a 3. I'm curious to know, genuinely want to know, why is a person like you so smart, intellectual, coherent, knowing so much, still not wealthy and lack financial literacy? I'm not sure what would make you assume that. But yeah, I don't know how you would figure that I'm lacking in anything. But because I read, because I want to understand, I came here to understand. I came here with an understanding, and I even understood that. But I'm not lacking in anything whatsoever. I am completely saturated in wealth and abundance, and just immersed in the love of the universe. So I am lacking nothing. Stan, have you read, and that question I did not find disrespectful, just so you know. I feel like you were coming from a place of genuineness. Have you read Siddhartha or Hindu Buddhism myth text, The Cat Who Went to Heaven? No, I have not read that, Stan. But thank you for putting that to my consciousness. I will definitely be looking into that since you mentioned it. What's up, Lash? Aries love. Yes. Lots of readers live right now. Seeing you is a breath of fresh air. You being here, honey, is a breath of fresh air. I'm so glad I caught you because, honey, this was my last reading of the night. My phone is like on 5%, and I'm so glad you tapped in. That is so, you are a gift, Lash. Thank you so much. Everything in Bible allegory, Nick says. Good moment. Good moment to you, too. I'm sorry if I can't read y'all's names. It's super dark. Adam and Eve is legit masculinity and feminine. I love that you stated that. I get that. There's even an Anunnaki story about Adam and Eve. Like it all goes further back than the Bible and the Quran, which are like 2,000 years old. And, the Anunnaki texts are like 350,000 years old. So like their stories generate from other stories. And no disrespect to those, but it's just a lot of those institutions take advantage of people. They really do. They keep them poor in the mind, poor in the wallet, and especially the feminine. Like, don't get me started on that one. 3/30/2006. Oh, you said 33, so that's like March 30th. Disha. Is there a March 30th? I forget the rule. Like 30 days has September or whatever. Okay, cool. I love Pisces energy. It's so misunderstood. Well, Jacob, I would love to explain Cancer. I'm really kind of here for Pisces, and I'll tell you, it's a very maternal, nurturing energy, and it's like the crab has a shell. Intended to protect itself from outside danger, but inside is that like soft, sort of tender meat. That's the Pisces sort of, not Pisces, sorry, Cancer sort of archetype. Hopefully that explains in brief. I just am waiting to get to 1,000 subscribers before I start taking astrology and tarot questions, unless it's related to the sign that I just read for. August 25th. Oh, you're a Virgo. I think you might have told me that. Happy belated birthday. My mind feels so much more younger than my body. That's good. That's good. Keep your mind in that youthful energy and your body will follow. I promise. Virgos, y'all can have it rough. Depending on who is raising you. A lot of y'all can feel like dismissed or like even rejected or like constantly criticized. So sometimes y'all turn into adults that have that energy. Just depending on, your level of consciousness and things of that nature. But keep that mind youthful and your body will have to do the same. Lash says, I sure am. I know that's right. Vishal says, thanks, Indy. That is so cute. I accept that nickname. That is so cute. I love that. But my curiosity is that how come if a person like you can sense energies, predict outcomes, give suggestions? It's really, so what the tarot is really showing where someone is on their journey. It's not necessarily predicting, but if I see you going down a certain path, it's just mathematics. Like it's like, if you reach for a hot stove, you're going to get burned. It's really like that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not necessarily predicting things, but it's just showing someone where they are on their journey and indicating to them the choices available to them according to what they are ready to experience. Okay. Like, hopefully that makes sense to you. Yeah, depending on your questions, Ina, since you are a Pisces, thank you for being here. Stan says, do you believe in the secret that people can change their future through their thoughts? No day shall erase you from the memory of time. So I don't believe that, Stan. I know that to be true. Like I visualize my subscriber count going up, and that's exactly what's happening. I visualize a lot of things that are coming to pass in my waking reality. And yes, that is exactly and absolutely how it works. We only use like 10%. So imagine if we really tapped into that energy. We've all been taught to repress that or even deny that. So, there's a lot of untapped potential in that area. And yes, absolutely. There's so much that's currently being done now through the use of your mind. Mr. M says, so the water signs are compatible, but it depends on how far evolved they are. You are resonating right now. Can I ask another question off topic, please? Depending on your question, the relationship between Cancer and Scorpio. So it wouldn't matter what element, water, air, earth, fire, as long as those people are operating from a place of a full cup, if you will. That is to say, they're not trying to be in a relationship based on a fear of being alone, a trauma bond, or with the intent of abusing that person or taking advantage of that person. If you have a lot of love to give and you resonate with another person with a lot of love to give, then you're going to be compatible regardless of your astrological placements. Pisces North Node. So you came here for spirituality, for dream work. You are leaving behind the Virgo energy. And so do you work in pharmacy, Lash? Just curious, or some type of healthcare industry. That would be an example of that Virgo energy that your soul wants you to kind of come out of. It's great to help people, which Pisceans effortlessly do. But I feel like they want you more in the dream world, in the esoteric world, in the psychic world, is where you're resonating with, your soul is resonating with. It may not be familiar to you, though. That North Node is unfamiliar. It's something that your soul hasn't experienced yet, and it wants to. So like your South Node is who you are. But it's time for you to accelerate or elevate into that North Node energy. Yes, it is, Vishal. Money is important to me because if you just look what poverty creates and look what wealth creates. Wealth gives you the wealth can help people, right? Like wealth means hospitals get built. It means people get educated. It means people get fed, people get clothed. That's what money can do. Poverty